Welcome to A&M Education College of Creativity and Technology. In this video, we will learn about the introduction to computer graphics and animation. Computer graphics is a branch of computer science that deals with generating images with the aid of computers. Today, computer graphics is a core technology in digital photography, films, video games, cell phone and computer displays, and many specialized applications. A great deal of specialized hardware and software has been developed, with the displays of most devices being driven by computer graphics hardware. It is a vast and recently developed area of computer science. The phrase was coined in 1960 by computer graphics researcher William Fetter. It is often abbreviated as CG or typically in the context of film as computer generated imagery or CGI. Computer graphics relies on an internal model of the scene, that is, a mathematical representation suitable for graphical computations. The model describes the 3D shapes, layout, and materials of the scene. This 3D representation then has to be projected to compute a 2D image from a given viewpoint called rendering. Rendering involves projecting the objects, handling visibility, and computing their appearance and lighting interactions. Computer graphics development has had a significant impact on many types of media and has revolutionized animation, movies, advertising, video games, and graphic design in general. Computer graphics is widespread today. Computer imagery is found on television, in news, for examples, in weather reports, or for example, in all kind of medical investigation and surgical procedures. Many powerful tools have been developed to visualize data. Computer generated imagery can be categorized into several different types, that is 2D, 3D and animated graphics. As technology has improved, 3D computer graphics have become more common, but 2D computer graphics are still widely used. Now, let's learn about the history of computer graphics. The field of computer graphics developed with the emergence of computer graphics hardware. Early projects like the Whirlwind and Sage projects introduced the CRT as a viable display and interaction interface and introduced the light pen as an input device. Further advances in computing led to a greater advancement in interactive computer graphics. In 1959, the TX2 computer was developed at MIT's Lincoln Lab. The TX2 integrated a number of new man-machine interfaces. In 1961, another student at MIT, Steve Russell, created the first video game, Space War. Zach, a scientist at Bell Telephone Laboratory, created a film called Simulation of a Two-Gyrogravity Attitude Control System in 1963. In this computer-generated film, Zach showed how the attitude of a satellite could be altered as it orbits the Earth. In 1963, Ivan Sutherland, a pioneer of human-computer interactions, developed Sketchpad, one of the first computer-aided design packages in which images can be drawn on the screen using a light pen. Later, he develops virtual reality equipment and flight simulators. Ralph Baer, a supervising engineer at Sanders Associates, came up with the home video game in 1966 that was later licensed to Magnavox and called The Odyssey. Also in 1966, Sutherland at MIT invented the first computer-controlled head-mount display called the Sword of Damocles because of the hardware required for support. It displayed two separate wireframe images, one for each eye. This allowed the viewer to see the computer scene in stereoscopic 3D. In 1969, the ACM initiated a special interest group in graphics, also known as SIGGRAPH, which organizes conferences, graphic standards, and publications within the field of computer graphics. SIGGRAPH has grown in size and importance as the field of computer graphics has expanded over time. Many of the most important early breakthroughs in computer graphics research occurred at the University of Utah in 1970s. In 1970, Edwin Catmull becomes one of the pioneers of 3D computer graphics animation, later playing key roles at Lucasfilm, Pixar and Disney. In the early 1980s, the availability of bit slice and 16-bit microprocessors started to revolutionize high-resolution computer graphics terminals, which now increasingly became intelligent, semi-standalone and standalone workstations. Graphics and application processing were increasingly migrated to the intelligence in the workstation rather than continuing to rely on central mainframe and mini computers. In the late 1980s, SGI computers were used to create some of the first fully computer generated short films at Pixar. 3D graphics became more popular in the 1990s in gaming, multimedia, and animation. In 1995, Toy Story, the first full-length computer-generated animation film, was released in the cinemas worldwide. In 1996, Quake, one of the first fully 3D games, was released. Since then, computer graphics have only become more detailed and realistic due to more powerful graphic hardware and 3D modeling software.